Hey y'all, today we're gonna make homemade queso. The reason I'm gonna make homemade queso is because I have this leftover chicken in my fridge and I found some chorizo in my freezer that's been sitting in there since October. So I need to use it. So we're gonna make homemade burritos with leftovers and queso. Gonna be a banging dinner. Let's get started. Okay, for your queso, you're just going to need some cheese. I like white American cheese. Actually, it makes the creamiest queso, so really try to do that one. Mozzarella, I have about, I don't know, that's probably 2-3 ounces of mozzarella, and that's probably a couple of cups. You're going to need some arrowroot or cornstarch. A little can of green chilies or jalapenos. If you like it hot, dice up some jalapenos and throw them in there. Got some chili powder, some salt, some pepper, and some evaporated milk. That's all you need to make queso, and it is so good. This queso is just as good as any restaurant, and so we're gonna make it
First
right.
thing we gotta do to make queso, honey. What we gotta do?
Get the stove on.
Okay, let's get the stove on. Bam! Go.
First thing we're going to do is light that eye. Okay, and we need a medium-low flame because the most we're going to do is bring the milk up to a simmer. Okay, get this open. We got a hole there, and then we're going to need a little puncture. Just like that. There we go. Now we're going to let that come up to just a really light simmer. Okay, we're getting really close to that light simmer. You can see the little bubbles and you can see the steam coming off of the milk. So we are just about ready to put that cheese in. Okay, I've got my couple of cups of white American cheese, and what I'm going to do is not put it all in at one time. I'm going to put just a little, and we're going to get that melted. Then we'll put a little more, and we'll make sure that gets melted. A little bit more. Get that melted. Constantly stirring. You don't want it to stick and you don't want it to scorch. A little bit more. Get the rest of that cheese in there. Okay, and I didn't have time or didn't think to grate my mozzarella, so we're just going to cut it up in little pieces. And this is a smoked mozzarella. Oh, it's so good, y'all. Yeah, it's the same mozzarella I used in that cheeseburger I made where I put the cheese inside. Oh, that was so good too. I can leave that recipe up there in La La Land somewhere. Okay, while I'm still stirring, I'm going to put just a little bit at a time. Same thing, same reason. Let that get melted. Just a little bit of cheese at a time. Don't get in a hurry. All right, last little bit of cheese going in. All right, and you want to get it just as smooth as you can. All right, now we're going to add just a little bit of cornstarch to thicken it up just a little bit. I don't think I need too much though. I think I got enough cheese in there. But we're going to do it. I'm going to put just 1 teaspoon of arrowroot in there, or cornstarch, whichever one you have. Now we're going to turn that eye way, way down, as low as she'll go, and get the rest of the ingredients in there. Okay, we're going to need a half a teaspoon of salt. A whole teaspoon of chili powder. And a half a teaspoon of pepper, but I have a grinder, so we're just gonna pretend like we know what we're doing. Looks good to me. Okay, now we're just gonna give that a stir. Get that all in there. Now we're going to add those green chilies. Juice and all. I want it all in there. There we go. Look at that. That is queso for a burrito. Or chips or anything else. Alright, y'all know I inevitably always forget something. And so I did my little taste test where y'all didn't see me, and I'm like, it's missing something. It's red pepper flakes. So you need about 1/4 of a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Unless you like it hot, then you can add more. And there they go. I knew it was missing something. It wasn't quite the right color. There it is. All right. Okay, now as I said, I got this chorizo and I got this leftover chicken. So the first thing I'm going to do is cook my chorizo because the chicken is done. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is light this up. We're going to get a medium high flame. And we're going to let this pan get hot. Now, while my pan's getting hot, I'm going to take this chorizo out of the skin. And we're just giving it a coarse chop here because when we put it over there on the stove, then we're going to whack it really good with our Spurtle. Okay, now I'm going to drop just a tad of olive oil in here. You know, teaspoon maybe. Hear that? All right. Okay, while I'm waiting on this to finish cooking, it's about as beat up as I want it now. We're gonna go over there and get our chicken ready to put in the pan. I had like 1 chicken breast left of my chicken. So I'm just gonna make sure I don't have any bones in that. Make sure I got all the skin off. And then we're just gonna cut that up. Meal number 4 out of a chicken. But now there's only Randy and I, you know, so, I mean, you could adjust accordingly. But I just put 1 chicken in a crock pot. And then I've made 4 different meals out of it. And this is the last one. Okay, let's get that chicken in there with that chorizo. We're just going to drop it just like that. Alright, last few little drops. Now, get my hands wiped off. Get my pan recentered because I apparently knocked it. Okay, we're going to get that all mixed together. And that chorizo in itself has a lot of flavor. You know, like I said, I must have been starving to death or something and made all this Spanish rice. But anyway, we're not going to waste it. We're going to put it right on in here. Actually, I can't even use it all now tonight. That's plenty right there for tonight and lunch tomorrow. So we're going to go with it. And because it's pretty dry, I think I'm going to add a little bit of chicken broth. Alright, this is my chicken broth. When I put that chicken in the crock pot, it made 2 quarts. So, now all I have to do is just pour a little off. You know, I just keep that in my fridge and then I don't have to worry about whether or not I have any broth. And it didn't take any extra time, didn't take me any extra money, and I didn't have to pressure can it. I just use it, you know, and then I don't have to worry about where I'm going to put my jars or any of that stuff. So that's the way I do it. So we're going to just, not sure how to do this on camera, but we're going to load that burrito up. And I actually forgot my refried beans, but that's okay because this stuff's really good and we're not going to worry about it. But we are going to pull this up. Pull that. Get that nice and in the middle. Okay, and the easiest way to do this, just like that. Little bit everywhere. And then top that off. Drop you some jalapenos on there. Oh yeah. Randy loves his jalapenos. Now at that point you can add your favorite salsa, sour cream, some green onions, pico, whatever you like, and you have a restaurant style burrito at home. Didn't cost you much at all. Y'all have a great night. Hope you enjoy.